The long jump has begun, and here in the first round, this is Felix Streng, the 21-year-old German. Personal best of 6 meters 90, born without a foot or a lower shin in his right leg. Oh, and that's a good opening effort from him. Really good opening lead from Streng. Might not be right out at his personal best level, but it's not a long way back, and he's a long way short of that board, so there's considerably more to come from Streng. 6 meters 73, good opening attempt from Felix Streng for Germany. Crowd with all eyes on the long jump runway. And here is Marcus Rem, the favourite. His opening attempt, the world record holder, 8 meters 40, his best. Down the runway he comes, that great sprint speed. And it's a big one to open, that'll take the lead. Streng the leader, 6 meters 73. Marcus Rem has gone past that. Ren, the world gold medalist last year. Gold as well, of course, in Swansea a couple of years ago. 7 meters 49, his opening attempt. Virtually no wind. So a good start from him. If he posts another huge effort today, it's really going to ignite that debate about whether or not he should be in the able-bodied. Roberto La Barbera of Italy, his opening attempt. Well, that's going to make no impact on the leaderboard, I don't think. 6:52, Jean-Baptiste Allez, he's in third place. Barbera, final competitor in the first round being led by Marcus Rem, 7:49. Well, he hit the board well. Got a personal best of 6:46. He's going to be thereabouts. He liked it, didn't he? So did the Italian crowd. And it's a personal best, puts him up into fourth place. Because Felix Streng, who was in second place after the first round with 6:73, trailing his German teammate Marcus Rem, who leads the way in 7 meters and 49. This is his second round. 6 rounds, of course, in the long jump, but here comes Streng. He was well back from the board first time around, 6 meters 73. And again, a little bit of a rueful look on his face. Not sure he hit the board quite as he would have wished. Let's watch to see where he was. Couldn't really see from that angle, but it looks, oh, he's just about got onto the takeoff board. Still a little bit of improvement to come there, but he's out towards the 7 meter mark. 6 meters 90, he's improved, remains in second place. Meanwhile, back live in the long jump. And here is Marcus Rem, third round, 7:90. He's leading by more than a meter from his German teammate Felix Streng, 6:73 in second place. Jean-Baptiste Allez of France, 6:52 is in third place. So this is the third round attempt, 6 rounds possible. Marcus Rem would love to go over 8 meters. Brilliant athlete, great sprinter as well as a terrific long jumper, but it's long jumping in which he's made his mark. Great speed down the runway, and it's another long one out towards 8 meters. Rem, who lost a leg in a wakeboarding accident a few years back. That's a particularly extreme form of water skiing. And Rem, still emphatically the best in this category. T44 men's long jump, third round jump. being measured. I'm not sure there's been an improvement. Coach there, Steffi Nereus, giving her advice. Gold in 2014, took a bronze in the 100 meters as well. Gold in Doha, that was where he set his 8:40 world record. Paralympic gold medal as well, 7:66 in the third round, so no improvement for Rem, but still in the gold medal position. Roberto La Barbara, there she is on the runway. He is rather, fourth round. Final competitor in this third round. Reclassified thereafter according to ranking. And La Barbara is in fourth place. 6:47 was a lifetime best for him. 6:67, if he could find another 20 meters, 20 centimeters from somewhere, would put him into the medals. Support from the Italian crowd. .646 at his best coming into here. He's already improved by 1 centimetre, and that doesn't look as though that's any further. I don't think that's any improvement, so he will remain in fourth place, subject to confirmation. As much as they leapt away to the left, fell to the right rather, left as we look at it. Hit the board pretty well. How he'd love to get among the medals in front of his home crowd. And how Marcus Rem would love to get an 8-metre jump. 8:40 is mark in Doha. That would have beaten Greg Rutherford, who won the able-bodied gold in 2012. There's La Barbara, third round 6:21, so he remains in fourth place. La Barbara in the long jump. He was in fourth position after the reclassification, after 3 completed rounds, 6:47, and so he is the fourth to go. No change in the order. Christos Kapellos of Greece had 6 meters and 37. He's in fifth place, and I don't think that's going to be any improvement for Barbara. Roberto La Barbara trying to find inspiration. He set a lifetime best 6:47 in the first round. Still had a few centimetres in which he could have improved on the board, but that's only around about the 6-metre point. 6 meters 15, so he remains fourth. Back to the long jump meanwhile. This is Jean-Baptiste Allaise competing for France. Oh, he hits the board well. It's out beyond 6 meters. Allaise, so popular in his homeland, not least because of the tragedy that he had to come through as a child. Saw his mother murdered in Burundi at the age of 3. He himself was brutally attacked, a machete attack, and left for dead. Well, he recovered, and here he is now. Fourth round, 6:22, still in a medal position on 6:62. 6:67 rather, in third place. This is Felix Streng. He's in the silver medal position. 6:73, his best so far. Well, he's a long way short of the take-off board there. Got his run up completely wrong. Way, way back. And that's going to be no improvement. Strang, only 21 years old, from Leverkusen, footballing town. 6:23, no improvement. Marcus Rem in the fourth round. He led the way after a second round, 7 meters and 90 centimeters. Rem, 27 years old, by a long, long way the world #1 and leading this competition by more than a metre, 7 metres 90. Championship record, you see. His world record stands at 8 metres 40 in the second round. The athletes love to have the rhythmic hand-clapping support of the crowd. And now Rem in his fourth round. Is it going to be the 8-metre jump that he craves? Well, he hit the board well, and you hear the grunt of effort, but it's short of the 8-metre mark. If he'd got something over 8 metres once more, he'd have been really reigniting that argument about whether or not should be allowed in the able-bodied Olympics as well. But so far, he's not actually been able to get to his very best, although 7.90 is not shabby.
If he was at his very best, he wouldn't be very far from the edge of that pit. He's not very far from the edge as it is.
Time we concentrate once again on the long jump, where we're in the 5th round. Here's the home favourite, La Barbara. Oh, he's overrun, didn't get his run up right, couldn't hit the board correctly, overstriding and well over the takeoff mark, as you'll see, so no improvement for him. He will remain in 4th place with his first round attempt of 6 metres 47. Oh, it was only by a fraction, wasn't it? But it's a no jump. He knew instantaneously, didn't he? Looks as though he was further over than he was. Now this is Jean-Baptiste Allaise. 5th round. Allaise, who has the African nickname Mugicha, which literally translated means child happiness, not given him through some horrible sense of irony, but because after the tragedies that he witnessed as a young boy, as a 3-year-old, seeing his mother murdered and being brutally attacked himself, well, maybe from there on, having survived that sort of thing, he always approaches life with a smile. And Jean-Baptiste Allaise in the 5th round, 6.52 his best so far, and 6.67 in fact his best so far in the second round, and he remains in 3rd place. So we're in the 5th round of the long jump, and moving on from there, this is Felix Streng. Streng in the silver medal position, 6.73 in his opening attempt. Streng, who generates good speed down the runway, and that's another good effort. It's around about 7 metres, clearly not threatening the runaway leader Marcus Rem, who 7 metres 90 led the way in the second round, but Strang 7.93 in his opening round, and he's out towards, well, he's over 6.5 metres, isn't he? As you can see there, it might be somewhere close to where he was in the first round, and indeed it's identical, 6.73, but 6.90 his best, with the second round remaining in the silver medal position. Men's 400 metres coming up in a moment, but before then, here's the leader of the long jump. This is Rem. 7.90, can he find that elusive 8-metre jump that I'm sure he'd like to get to, reward his spectators for their support? Didn't look, oh, it's a long one, close to 8 metres, but a little bit of frustration. Now, Deku echo what Will said. If he did jump, 8 metres 40, he'd be almost out of the pit. Terrific leap again, though, out towards 8 metres. You can see there's a fair bit more. 7.90 his best. 5th round, 1 jump to come after this, and 7.83. Good succession of leaps. Can he crack the 8-metre line at the last attempt? So now to the long jump, into the last round for the final time. This is round number 6, and Barbara, 6 metres and 47, currently in 4th place. Can he put Allez under pressure? Allez in the bronze medal, 6.67. Great effort. But that camera shot we have there is a pretty accurate indicator, and he's short. He's short of 6 meters 67, so he'll have to settle for 4th place outside the medals. But he's produced a lifetime best this afternoon, and you can say no more than that.
He's got one of those lived-in faces, doesn't he?
Characterful, I think, is the nice way of putting it. La Barbara, 39 years old. He takes 4th place. And so we move on to the men assured of medals. And here is Mugica. Jean-Baptiste Allez, the Frenchman, in bronze medal position. Allez, 6 meters and 67, and looking to improve on that. Oh, and it's a good effort, but he's not going to get into 2nd place. Felix Stren, 6 meters 90, is safe. Terrific speed, doesn't he, generate down the runway, falling away to his left slightly, and he was a long way short of the board. But Jean-Baptiste Allez, 6 meters 67 in the 2nd round, just waiting for the measurement to be announced, and it's not too far back, look, 6 meters 49, so 6.67. He is assured of 3rd place. He will get the bronze, and here's the man who, well, unless he can smash his lifetime best by something like a metre, in fact exactly a metre, he's going to have to settle for the silver medal, but no disgrace in that, because there's only the brilliant Markus Rem ahead of him. Felix Stren, 21-year-old German, 6 meters 90 in his 2nd round attempt, also 6.73 twice in rounds 1 and round 5, now in his last and 6th attempt. Germans have had a good day, haven't they? And they're assured here of gold and silver, as you might have anticipated in the long jump, which has worked out pretty much according to form. Felix Stren, boyish looking 21-year-old, readying himself. The crowd giving them their support, and down he comes for the last time. Can he crack 7 meters? The answer to that is in the negative, just short of 6.50, so there's going to be no improvement there, and it's going to move on to Markus Rem in just a moment or two for the last time. So just waiting for the measurement there. Not a great camera shot. Dramatic. And Stren getting a handshake from Vadim Aleshkin of Russia. Aleshkin finishing back in 6th place. Stren will take 2nd. I just have to ask you, Will, where you'd stand on the debate about whether Markus Rem should be allowed in the able-bodied games as well.
You see, if he takes off on his actual leg, then he's got, I think there's no problem, but because he takes off in his prosthetic, there's a big argument against it, I think.
There's a big argument. 6.49 is the distance given for Felix Stren. There's confirmation, so 6.90 in 2nd place. But it's an argument which has been visited before, and visited in depth, hasn't it, in the case of Oscar Pistorius. A lot of people objected to the fact that he should be allowed to run in able-bodied competition, but the rule came down in his favour, so in a sense the precedent has been set.
I can see the argument, and those who would argue, who'd be competing against him, that they might feel he'd get a little bit of extra bounce when he lands.
But I tell you one thing, whatever you say and whichever way you sort of vote, and you can kind of see arguments both ways, there is absolutely no denying the sheer brilliance of this man. 8 meters 40 is his world record, and 8 meters 40 would have taken able-bodied gold in 2012. here in the European Championships. Last attempt, oh, he's left his best till last, and that might be an 8-metre jump. It looks as though he's hit the board okay. He gets the white flag. Oh, there's a little bit of a grimace though. It might be a fraction short of 8 metres. How much he wanted to produce a real grandstand finish, and that's why he didn't soar over the 8-metre point, because he was back on the board. But I think he's left his best till last. Huge spring, great effort. He was giving it everything, but look at the frustration. Punches the air. He knows that that was a big one, but because he didn't hit the board just right, it's not going to be where he wants to be.
An extra 20 centimetres he gave away there. It would be huge.
7.98, 2 metres short of the great 8-metre barrier, but another superb succession of jumps, of leaps from Marcus Wren. He'd have loved to have found 8 metres 10 or more. He'd have liked more, but he knows it's there in the locker. And more than that, he's retained his European title, taken another major championship gold. And all of us who watch it, I love watching him compete. I think he's a terrific athlete, and he's one of the genuine stars of IPC athletics, and he has delivered.
I'd love to see him at the Olympics and the Paralympics.
There's the result, championship record for a second time with 7 metres 98. Felix Streng, fellow German, taking second, and it was Jean-Baptiste Allez of France who took the bronze medal. Great performance from Marcus Wren, and he'll go over 8 metres in the Paralympics in Rio, I'm almost certain.